Dear students, in this video lecture, we will learn about law of gearing. Portion of gears, in fact, only two teeth of meshing gears are shown here. O1 and O2 be their respective centers of rotations. Gear at the bottom turns in clockwise direction with constant angular velocity omega 1, and gear at the top turns in anti-clockwise direction with constant angular velocity omega 2. Let Q be the point of contact between two gear teeth. Let's draw a common tangent and common normal at the point of contact, like this. Let P be the pitch point, and now join O1Q and O2Q like this. Further, drop down perpendiculars onto common normal from points O1 and O2 like this. And let's call these perpendiculars as O1M and O2N. Now let's say angle QO1M is equal to alpha degrees and angle QO2N is equal to beta degrees. Now velocity of point of contact Q, considering it on O1Q, will be perpendicular QC to O1Q towards right hand side like this. That's because this gear is turning in clockwise direction. Let's call this velocity vector as V1. So QC will be equal to V1. Similarly, velocity of point Q, considering it on O2Q, will be perpendicular QB to O2Q towards right hand side again, like this. Let's call this velocity as V2. Since triangles QO1M and triangle CQE are similar triangles, angle QO1M and angle CQE must be one and the same. Hence, angle CQE is equal to alpha again. Similarly, from similar triangles QO2N and triangle DQE, angle DQE can be written equal to beta. Now, if we want both gears to remain in constant contact with each other, their velocities along the common normal must be one and the same. This is because the point of contact travels always along the common normal. So, component of V1 along the common normal and component of V2 along the common normal must be same. So, component of V1 along common normal is V1 cos alpha and component of V2 along common normal is V2 cos beta, and both must be same. So we can write V1 cos alpha is equal to V2 cos beta. Let's replace these V1 and V2 in terms of their radii and angular velocities. So V1 will be replaced by radius O1Q multiplied by omega 1, and V2 will be replaced by radius O2Q multiplied by omega 2. cos alpha and cos beta remains as it is in this expression. Now let's try to replace these cos alpha and cos beta, for which we will be using triangles QMO1 and triangle QNO2. From triangle QMO1, cos alpha will be equal to O1M upon O1Q, and from triangle QNO2, cos beta will be equal to O2N upon O2Q. So the earlier equation becomes omega 1 into O1Q multiplied by O1M upon O1Q is equal to omega 2 multiplied by O2Q multiplied by O2N upon O2Q. O1Q and O2Q will get cancelled, and we can write omega 1 multiplied by O1M is equal to omega 2 multiplied by O2N. Rearranging the terms, we can write omega 1 upon omega 2 is equal to O2N upon O1M. Now consider triangles O1PM and triangle O2PN. These triangles are similar triangles because angle at P is same for both the triangles. Angle at M and N is 90 degree and same again, and side MP and PN is common for both the triangles. So triangles O1PM and O2PN are similar triangles, and in these similar triangles we can write O2N upon O1M is equal to O2P upon O1P. Let's replace ratio O2N upon O1M in the earlier expression with ratio of O2P and O1P like this, and the expression becomes omega 1 upon omega 2 is equal to O2N upon O1M is equal to O2P upon O1P. Since O2P and O1P are the distances of the pitch point from centers of rotations, these distances are constant. Hence, the angular velocity ratio, that is omega 1 upon omega 2, is also constant. This one is the expression for the law of gearing. Now let's draw some conclusions from this expression. The first conclusion is angular velocity ratio is inversely proportional to the ratio of distances of pitch point from centers of rotation. So you will find term associated with omega 1, that is O1P, in the denominator, and term associated with omega 2, that is O2P, in the numerator. Also, the common normal at the point of contact divides the center distance in inverse proportions. One more conclusion can be drawn, and that is, in order to have constant angular velocity ratio, the common normal drawn at the point of contact must always pass through the pitch point, and that is the statement of the law of gearing. So, law of gearing states that in order to have constant angular velocity ratio, the common normal drawn at the point of contact must always pass through the pitch point.